The first alien ship died without making a sound. One moment, the silver war cruiser of the Veyr Dominion was hanging above Earth like a blade over a sleeping animal. The next moment, its spine folded inward, its engines burst white, and its shattered hull rained fire across the upper atmosphere. On the observation deck of the enemy flagship, Elder Marshal Threxen Vall watched the impossible unfold through a wall of burning glass. For 30,000 years, no species had fired a weapon inside the Sol Truce Zone, not once. Not even during the Black Nebula Wars, not even when empires starved and begged for passage through human space. Earth had been protected by the oldest peace treaty in the galaxy. Now the treaty was broken. The Dominion had expected panic. They expected humans to scream, scatter, surrender, and beg the ancient councils for protection. Instead, every human transmission went silent. Every satellite stopped broadcasting. Every city on Earth went dark within 90 seconds. The planet below did not look afraid. It looked like it had been waiting. Threxen's officers stood frozen, beneath red emergency lights. Their tactical screens showed no fleet, no orbital cannons, no defense grid. Nothing that could have destroyed a Dominion cruiser from 7,000 miles away. Then the sensors screamed. Something enormous was rising from beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Water boiled across 300 miles. Clouds tore open. A black, human warship, larger than any vessel Earth was legally allowed to build, climbed out of the sea with fire rolling from its armor. Its name burned across the hull in white letters. USS Last Oath. The alien bridge fell silent. Threxen finally understood the ancient warning carved into every peace treaty since the Dawn expansion. Never force humanity to remember why the truce existed. Then the human ship aimed directly at the Dominion flagship. 30,000 years earlier, humanity had nearly burned the galaxy down. That was the official record, though most younger species believed it was myth. Humans were small compared to the armored giants of the Dominion. Their bodies were soft, their lifespans short, their homeworld fragile, and their technology restricted. By treaty, they were allowed merchant craft, research vessels, and defensive satellites no stronger than meteor shields. The galaxy called it mercy. Humanity called it patience. The Sol Truce had been signed after the War of First Contact, a war so terrible that entire star lanes were still avoided by military pilots. No one alive remembered the battlefields, but every archive kept the same. Final line from the treaty: humanity will disarm. The galaxy will never again approach Earth with conquest in its heart. For centuries, the Dominion laughed at that line. They had expanded across 12 spiral arms by breaking weaker civilizations before they could unite. They believed humans had become comfortable. They watched Earth fight its own storms, its own politics, its own hunger, and mistook restraint for decay. Elder Marshal Threxen Vall believed the same. He came to Sol with 400 warships, 12 planet cracker cannons, and one message: Earth would surrender its hidden mineral reserves, or the truce would be declared void. The Dominion. The Council expected humans to negotiate. They expected fear. They expected old diplomats. Instead, no diplomat came. A single human captain appeared on the transmission screen from the bridge of the USS Last Oath. Captain Mara Ellison looked exhausted, pale, and calm. Her uniform was plain black, with no medals and no ceremonial colors. Behind her, human officers worked in silence while sparks fell from the ceiling. Threxen demanded surrender. Mara only said that the truce had protected the galaxy from humans as much as it protected humans from the galaxy. Then every ancient mine hidden beyond Jupiter woke up at once. The Dominion answered with the kind of force that had ended civilizations. 12 planet cracker cannons unfolded from the bellies of their largest dreadnoughts, each one capable of drilling through a continental plate and turning a living world into red glass. Their calculations were perfect. The human warship was alone. Earth's defenses were scattered. The hidden mines near Jupiter were old and predictable. The Dominion BattleNet estimated human survival at 0.3%. Threxen gave the order. Space turned blue. The first planet cracker beam crossed 30 million miles in a flash and struck the USS Last Oath directly in the bow. The impact should have vaporized her. Instead, her black armor glowed like molten iron and held. Inside the ship, human crewmen were thrown against bulkheads. Fire raced along corridors. Medical teams dragged wounded engineers through smoke while alarms screamed that the forward decks had reached 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Mara Ellison did not leave the command chair. Blood ran from her temple. Her left arm hung useless at her side. She stared through the cracked bridge window at the enemy fleet and ordered all remaining power into the old engines. The alien officers could not understand it. Their screens showed the human vessel was dying. Its shields were gone. Its weapons were overloaded. Its hull was splitting open along 12 major fractures. Logic demanded retreat, but humans did not retreat. The USS Last Oath accelerated toward the Dominion line. Threxon felt the first real fear of his life when the human ship passed through a storm of plasma fire and kept coming. Pieces of armor tore away. Entire decks